evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Anupa bringing to you the headlines first. Prime Minister Modi inaugurates new campus of Nalanda University in Bihar. Says it symbolizes the might of an emerging India. Assam cabinet decides to redraw the boundaries of village panchayats and blocks. Also decides to discuss GST issues with trading community. Mizoram Chief Minister Laldu Homa launches MSME portals, outlines plans to revive industrial sector in the state. Flood situation in several states of northeast worsens following heavy rainfall, landslides, road blockages reported from many areas. And in T20 World Cup Super 8 round gets off today in West Indies. USA to take on South Africa later this evening. In national news first, Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said knowledge can play a crucial role in making India develop by 2047. Addressing a gathering of students and faculty members at Sushma Swaraj Auditorium at Nalanda University in Rajgir, Modi said India can achieve a position of superpower by strengthening its education and knowledge system. He inaugurated the newly built campus of Nalanda University in Rajgir in Bihar. He said Nalanda University was a great example of identity and traditions to the world. He said the rejuvenation of the university in its new form symbolizes the capacity and might of an emerging India.
Honorable Prime Minister, भारत की विकास यात्रा के एक शुभ संकेत के रूप में देखता हूं। नालंदा ये केवल नाम नहीं है। नालंदा एक पहचान है, एक सम्मान है। नालंदा एक मूल्य है, नालंदा एक मंत्र है, गौरव है, गाथा है। नालंदा है उद्घोष इस सत्य का कि आग की लपटों में पुस्तकें भले जल जाएं, लेकिन आग की लपटें ज्ञान को नहीं मिटा सकती। भारत को अंधकार से भर दिया था। अब इसकी पुनर्स्थापना भारत के स्वर्णिम युग की शुरुआत करने जा रहा है। अपने प्राचीन अवशेषों के समीप नालंदा का नवजागरण, ये नया कैंपस विश्व को भारत के सामर्थ्य का परिचय देगा।
In more national news, Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar today said that tribal society has a huge contribution in India's economy. Tribal society is India's identity. Dhankar was addressing a program organized on the occasion of World Sickle Cell Elimination Day in Dindori, Madhya Pradesh. He said the government is committed to elimination of sickle cell disease. He said it is a collective responsibility to build a future in which this disease has no place. On the occasion, Dhankar announced the establishment of a herbal garden in the Vice President's house.
जनजाति कल्चर है, भारत की पहचान में आपका बहुत बड़ा योगदान है और इसी वजह से भारत के प्रधानमंत्री ने दो बड़े संकल्प लिए हैं, महान संकल्प लिए हैं। एक कि जब भारत जहां दुनिया का 1/6 हिस्सा रहता है, 1/6 ऑफ ह्यूमैनिटी रहती है, जब वो आजादी की शताब्दी मनाएगा 2047 में, तो भारत विकसित राष्ट्र होगा और विकसित राष्ट्र की पहचान होगी सिकल सेल बीमारी का पूर्ण उन्मूलन।
Moving on, Union Minister for Finance and Corporate Affairs Nirmala Sitharaman today chaired the first pre-budget consultations with leading economists in connection with the forthcoming General Budget 24-25 in New Delhi today. The consultation meeting was also attended by Union Minister of State for Finance Pankaj Chaudhary, Finance Secretary, Secretaries of Departments of Economic Affairs, Revenue, Financial Services and Corporate Affairs, and Chief Economic Advisor, Government of India. In Assam, the government today decided to redraw the boundaries of village panchayats and blocks. The state cabinet, which met today in Guwahati, decided to enforce the delimitation of panchayats before August 15 and blocks before September 15. This year, briefing the media on cabinet decisions, Education Minister Ronoj Pegu informed that the cabinet has already decided to initiate discussion on GST with members of the trading community in 6 places including Guwahati, Tinsukia, Jorhat and Tezpur. The discussions will be led by 2 ministers, Ajanta Neok and Ashok Singhal.
But in view of the recent delimitation of assembly and parliamentary constituencies, we will have to delimit the panchayat blocks as well. And cabinet has decided that the delimitation process we are giving a timeline. Before 15th of August, the delimitation of Gaon Panchayats, Anshalik Panchayat and Jila Parishad constituencies, that will be done first. Following that, the blocks will be reorganized and the deadline fixed for delimitation of the blocks, development blocks are fixed on 30th September.
Now it is time for a commercial break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. In Mizoram, Chief Minister Laldu Homa today launched the Raising and Accelerating MSME Performance Ramp, MSME Felicitating Centre and MSME Portals Mizoram at Vanapa Hall, Aizawl. In his speech, Laldu Homa outlined his government's plan for the development of micro, small and medium enterprise units in the states. He added his government wants to revive the industrial sector, revival during his tenure. However, with the first year being designated as a period of consolidation, the focus will initially be on industries related to ginger, areca nut and other agricultural-based products. In Assam, incessant rain has thrown life out of care in many districts. Over 160,000 people are reeling under the fury of floods in 15 districts. Waterlogging has also been reported in many places in Guwahati city. Road communication has been disrupted in several flood-affected districts. In more news about Assam floods, 5 people including 3 minors died in a landslide incident that took place in Badarpur area in Karimganj district late Tuesday night. Parthapratim Das, Superintendent of Police of Karimganj district, has said the incident took place at Gainachora, Bendargul village under the Badarpur police station.
আজি দত্তপুর জিপি বেন্দারগুল গাইনাচৰা পুঞ্জি ইয়াত এটা ফ্যামিলির মানুষ হঠাৎ খবর পাইছো ল্যান্ডস্লাইড হয়েছে ফ্যামিলির মানুষ পৰা 5 জন মাটির তলত সোমাইছে উনি রাতি ইয়াত আইছো এতিয়া রাতি
In Meghalaya, 2 persons lost their lives and over 3,000 people have been affected due to the heavy rains that have lashed the state. In just 1 week, over 42 villages across 6 districts were affected, with West Garo Hills district being the worst hit. According to Meghalaya State Disaster Management Authority, the southwest monsoon has destroyed more than 36 structures, including 17 houses, and caused crop damage over 4.45 hectares. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Conrad Sangma has issued directives to all districts to continue with relief measures. On the other hand, in flood-affected Sikkim, rescue, relief and restoration operations are in full swing to mitigate the sufferings of the affected people, particularly in the most affected parts of Lachung and Chungthang in Mangan district. Around 1,300 standard tourists have been evacuated so far from the flood-affected areas to safer places. The evacuation of remaining tourists stranded in North Sikkim is expected to be completed soon. Mangang District Collector Hem Kumar Chetri told the media that the evacuation process will be completed anytime soon. In Arunachal Pradesh, Chief Minister Pema Khandu today chaired a review meeting with the Department of Disaster Management to assess monsoon preparedness in the presence of Advisor Disaster Management Nakalp Nalo. The meeting was held in order to ensure the safety and well-being of the citizens. In a social media post, he said the government is committed to be proactive and adopt measures and coordinate efforts to effectively manage and mitigate monsoon-related challenges. In Nagaland, Minister for Public Health, Engineering Department and Cooperation Jacob Jimoni today inaugurated the new building for office of the Registrar of Cooperative Societies at Mirema. In a speech, he called it a red-letter day and a dream come true for the department. He said the newly designed building is one of the best directorate buildings in Kohima and run by the government of Nagaland. The minister said that the state wants to promote the Nagaland Cooperative Bank as it is the only state-owned bank. In the ICC Men's T20 Cricket World Cup, the Super 8 round is beginning today. All the matches of the round will be played in the West Indies. The first Super 8 match will be played between the USA and South Africa today. India will take on Afghanistan in their first match tomorrow. 8 teams have qualified for their phase. Bangladesh was their last team to qualify after their victory over Nepal. The first group consists of India, Australia, Bangladesh and Afghanistan, while the second group consists of the USA, England, the West Indies and South Africa. In Nagaland, altogether 100 farmers from Dimapur, Chumukadima and Newland attended the Kisan Sanmelan held in Krishi Vigyan Kendra, Dimapur campus today. Speaking at the program, Medieval Ladu, Joint Director, Department of Agriculture, said that the state is ready to disburse a sum of 1,96,913, but only 1,52,605 is shown in the fund transfer order. He urged all the farmers to update their Aadhaar cards and rectify their bank accounts in order to avail the benefit. To end the news, the main points once again. Prime Minister Modi inaugurates new campus of Nalanda University in Bihar, says it symbolizes the might of an emerging India. Assam Cabinet decides to redraw the boundaries of village panchayats and blocks. Also decides to discuss GST issue with trading community. Mizoram Chief Minister Laldu Homa launches MSME portals, outlines plans to revive industrial sector in the state. Flood situation in several states of northeast worsens following heavy rainfall. Landslides, road blockages reported from many places. And in T20 World Cup Super 8 round gets off today in West Indies, USA to take on South Africa later this evening. That brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.